top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Gators have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming in the opening of the season. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Catch in the middle, it's Whittington. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This defense talked about it. We want to set the tone. We don't want to give up big plays. First drive, the offense tries to accomplish that. This is a big play offense. Defense does a great job staying at home, staying disciplined, and getting the INT, creating some early momentum in this football game.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Guys, let's chat about Florida. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Catch in the middle, it's Whittington. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing at the wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
And the Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Moore will throw. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Shoots it to the left. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stewart. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Moore. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Ducks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Got a man, it's Moore. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Moore to the air. Fires to the wideout. He's got it on the run. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. The Ducks trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Looking to throw on first down. Fires into the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Man, what a rough start for this quarterback. Already throwing one interception, throwing another ball in harm's way. They got to find a way to settle him down a little bit, maybe give him some easier throws because his decision-making so far has not been good.
And back to the air on second down. It's complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. the corner on the left. Next, going for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Temple. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Looking for space. It's ball. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a good 10 easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go to the ground. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Gators have their offense in high gear.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Dude, he's already picked up 46 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Pulls it in, it's Wilson. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. The sure hands, it's Clark. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. So he'll help the completion percentage, but not the yardage. Stopped for no gain.
And he got it to his running back, obviously making a good decision, but nice tackle on the play. Way to get the running back on the ground and not give the extra yards after the catch.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Clark. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And, Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
The Gators are threatening on 1st and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Moore will throw. Looking to the big tight end. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit. Just put a little bit more air underneath that and let the speedster run underneath it and make you look like a hero, but, oh boy, it's kind of the opposite.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the catch down the right side. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. What a nice throw there, just carving up the defense. You make these types of passes downfield, and it reminds me of Justin Herbert just carving up Arizona State for nearly 5 bills.
Yeah, just making big plays in the passing game. This offense is built on the run.
Going for it all. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
So now it's 2nd and long. Defense not showing press coverage. Second and 10, he'll throw again. The short hands, it's Whittington.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Moore to the air. Trying to get behind the defense. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to go up top on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Makes the grab. It's Sturdivant. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Clark. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Here comes the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now in this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Quarterback making checks. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's caught downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's got an open man. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Colorado State. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On the move, he fires. That's caught. It's Stewart. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Moore will throw. Pulls it in. It's Whittington. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Toss to the outside. Breaks into the open. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it for a big play. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Sturdivant. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best player.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Tight end now in motion. Moore to the air. He's going for it all. He's got it on the left. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The DBs will back off a bit. Grab near the sticks. It's Moore. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And that was awesome by the offense. Good completion, great awareness by the receiver getting out of bounds. If you're on offense now, jog off the field, get the field goal kicker out there. You're going to steal 3 points at the end of the half.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Trying play action. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Got it in the middle, it's Jackson. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
And the Gators didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. On the move.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Bounces it outside. It's Clark. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Moore will throw. Fires to the right. Got the tight end outside. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
Finds his tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Got his man downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Central Michigan went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Chippewas always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. That's caught. It's Clark. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Pressure coming. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Might be calling a hot route. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The quarterback would love to have that throw back, but at least he'll brag that he overthrew that dude.
my arm strength is elite. You see that? I can overthrow guys that can run like that. Yeah, that's probably not what's coming to mind, but, man, you just want to put it out there. Maybe put a little bit more air underneath it. Not a lot more when you got a guy that fast, but, man, that's probably one he wants back.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They send the tight end in motion. Moore to the air. A shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. It's Wilson. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver...
He lets one fly deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Direct snap. It's Whittington. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few. Still some work to do for the first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Here's a heat. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Moore will throw. Finds his man. It's Stewart. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. That last catch puts him over 150 yards receiving on the day.
Reese, this defense has no answer for this guy. And it doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's run or who's been covering him. They just can't stop him.
The Ducks will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
21.
So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Finds his man. It's Stewart. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems...
And he's got it! Touchdown, Ducks! This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Rush is on him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Back to throw, it's Lagway. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Unloads to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Oregon.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quickly out to the tight end. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Tosses it back. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There's been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
You got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football, but there is definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
Couldn't quite make the connection, now staring at a third down. Moore to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the fourth quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Quarterback empties his backfield. The offense changing the play. They want to throw it. Under fire. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the two.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Down to the 41, and the Oregon offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll run the toss. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
The corners are walked up tight. Moore will throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Here's the pressure. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. And
that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The give and tick, 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 tick.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And I think when you got that kind of wheels and you got that kind of speed at the quarterback spot, you can get at anything. And a lot of times he makes big plays. Nice job by the defense, not giving up, keep chasing, and they get the huge sack on that play.
Now on the option. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Oregon.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Virginia Tech was far from the friendly confines of Lane Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He spins that thing down the middle. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. To the air, it's Lagway. He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking left. Makes the catch. Converts on fourth down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Gators with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
To the air, it's Lagway. Zings it complete to the right. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Lining up to add another. Bangs it through for an extra point. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's a mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
High the change now on 2nd and long. Moore to the air. Looking for a deep man. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Complete to start this drive. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Fires to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. looking to throw on first down. He slings it deep to the left. And he's thrown another interception. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This drive will open from the 15. On the ground, it's Whittington. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Moore will throw. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was